Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Detroit Belle Isle here for round number 3 of the Procore IndyCar series. Here is these IndyCar drivers getting back on the track after what was a grueling race at Kentucky. A lot of big hits and hard crashes, but hopefully we don't see any of that today, as we're going to get you down to the starting lineup of today's race here at Detroit. As the 4 is going to grab the pole of Chad Myers, and next to him is the 13 of I can't say Imram M. Just gonna say M. As you can see, the rest of your starting lineup. We got the 19 also here of Christian Russell, the 12 of Marcus Sachi, who had a big wreck at Kentucky. So he's gonna be looking to recover from that wreck. A lot of drivers actually looking to recover. Fisher is one of them. He went up into the catch fence as well. And so here's the rest of your starting lineup from 11th on back. And you got in the final rows, you got the 1, the 9, and the 20 right there of Trevor Collins, Malik Nevins, and Nick Florida. So, only 8 laps, short race. Let's get you down to the commands here at Detroit.
Crank them engines.
And there you go. The engines are fired up, and let's see if everyone gets rolling here. And they do. Everyone gets a rolling start. And so, it's a good thing as always. So, 8 laps around this road course here as we take on the second road course of the season. As Chad Myers on the front row. Ram must attack him. Is right behind him as the green flag is back out, and a great start by Myers right there as he jumps out to the early lead. Right behind him, Ram is going to take over second. As that was a great start by Myers right there, and as he's going to go down in the corner in that number 4, we're going to see this may be a trouble turn right here, and a car into the wall. And a big pile up in the back here. Fitzwater and others are going to get collected as well. I think Jones is right there. And Fisher, and already problems for a couple drivers here in the early goings. As it looks like everyone's still going. No one retired after that incident right there. Drivers getting into those tire barriers, and that's a really dangerous part of the track for these drivers, getting into those, and you're almost guaranteed to retire out of the race. Fitzwater took a hard hit into one of the drivers there. Couldn't even tell who that was. There's Marcus Sachi. As he's trying to work his way up. He's currently running in the 4th position. But right now, Myers with a pretty comfortable lead over Imram right behind him. As you're going to get another flyby here pretty soon. As they fly by the start-finish line to complete lap number 1. And a chaotic start for some drivers in the back on lap 1 here. 3 wide, and Fitzwater is blowing the motor. Fitzwater up in smoke, and tough break for Fitzwater, and that may have been the result of what happened earlier as he ran into someone, and that was a pretty hard hit. But tough break for Zachary Fitzwater Sr., who won the Red Bull opener, as he's going to go up in smoke. He's not going to get to finish the race. Tough break for Fitzwater. And Clay Myers in the 14 was on pit road, and he's getting off pit road now. He was one of the drivers involved in that earlier incident, trying to get some repairs done to the cars. These cars are very fragile, and if you get a chance to fix it, you got to take that chance. You can't risk anything with these cars, especially these open wheel cars, because the racing is obviously more dangerous than say the stock cars and whatnot. As 4 of Myers has a pretty comfortable lead now. Sachi trying to make his way up as he's currently still running 4th in that 12. It's gonna ride on board here. Let's see. Oh, running on board Sachi in the 12. Sachi, who had that vicious incident at Kentucky, was lucky to walk away from that incident. That's a lot of what these drivers. That's why a lot of these drivers look more forward to the road courses than the oval, because the oval tracks are so much more dangerous, and anything can happen. Sachi's been a while since he won the victory lane in the NORLA League, and he's gonna try to do that here in the IndyCar Series. But right now, Myers still out front, and it looks like that lead may have shrunk just a little bit as Imran behind him is trying to catch up to Myers. Started on the pole and got a really good jump on that start, and he hasn't looked back since. And Imran was going to get into the wall just a little bit right there. More drivers getting into that wall. That seems to be a trouble spot for a lot of drivers. Kind of lose the rear end of the car and just kind of slide into the wall right there. Clay Myers making his first start, I believe, in the NORLA League here in the IndyCar Series, as well as Imran behind him, currently running second. He nearly had a scary crash at Kentucky. Got into that inside wall on the backstretch, but was able to keep the car steady. A lot of drivers lately have been winning from the pole. Myers is just trying to add to that list, making his presence well known here in the NORLA League. This is, I believe, only his third start in the NORLA League, and he's on the pole. More drivers down on pit road. That's Nick Florida in the 20. Starting in the rear of the field. I believe he was collected in that incident as well, and he's now stuck on pit road trying to repair his car. Battle right here, side by side. Audrey Baranowskis, who's been cleared to race in the IndyCar Series, but she's just going to wait a bit more for the other series. Is riding on board Bruce Washington, as he's going to get a piece of the tire barrier right there, and Baranowskis is going to get away from him. And that's the corner right there where a lot of drivers seems to lose the rear end grip to the car. But it's been a pretty steady race so far. So while these drivers race, up on the schedule should be the truck race at Nashville, and then the Cup race at Nashville. So should be interesting to see those races right there. Miller right now battling side by side with Washington. Miller with the position. Washington's actually kind of falling back ever since he got into the wall right there. Tough break for Bruce Washington. Collins is going to go right by him. But ever since he got into that tire barrier, that's just been dropping like a rock. Tough break for him. But as we head back up to the front, there's Raymond Fisher with a scary crash at Kentucky, who miraculously walked away from that incident. His car going up and over into the catch fence, and not to mention landing on top of Trevor Collins, who was also lucky to walk away from that incident. But Myers once again pulled a gap over the second place. And currently running third place right now. I believe that's Finley. Owen Finley in the 21. Myers with a pretty big lead. The gap between him and second is really opened up, and not many laps to go. Coming to two to go this time by. So as I've mentioned, truck race from Nashville will be the next event here for the NORLA League, and then the national drivers are on an off week, and the Cup drivers also will be racing at Nashville. Looks like Imran gained a bit on Myers right there in that corner. Or not Imran, I keep saying Imran. That's actually Moose Reutberg. Why did I say Imran? That's actually Moose Reutberg. I apologize for that. And Jesse O'Connor is actually the driver that's currently running third. I told you I'm going to have problems with these names, but it's actually Moose Reutberg currently running in the second position. Once again, I do apologize for the mix-up. Myers right now just trying to hold the lead over Reutberg in the 13. Or am I getting this right? I'm making sure I'm looking at the right roster here. So the 13 is actually Imran Mustakim. Wow, I just confused the crap out of myself, but coming to the line, or coming around this time by, will be the white flag will be waved. Coming to the line this time by. Watch these drivers swerve through the S's. Jesse O'Connor's the driver that is in third. I got that part right, but I'm wondering if I had a name mixed up. Because on my roster, it doesn't even have Moose Royberg. Maybe that was another series. Maybe I got that mixed up. I'll have to fix that for the next race. I apologize for the difficulties right there. Because I'm horrible with these names in this series, especially because I'm not too familiar with the paint schemes. That's the issue, actually. But starting from the pole, Myers, he has not looked back since he shot out to the lead. Chad Myers, only his third race here in the NORLA League, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. But he's coming around and trying to look to take his first win here in the IndyCar series. It's been a steady race so far besides that one incident on the first lap of the race. But Chad Myers looks like this race is his. All he got to do is just not blow the motor and don't mess up in any corners. But out through the S's, and he's going to slide. He's going to get into the wall just a little bit right there. But I don't think that's going to be enough to mess him up. As Chad Myers started this thing on the pole, and looks like that's where he's going to finish as he's coming into these final few corners. First win of the season. Chad Myers wins it here at the Detroit Belle Isle. Not a lot of side-by-side racing here, as most drivers are single file coming across the stripe. Miller, tough race for him as he finished in the back right there. But congratulations to Chad Myers on the win here at Belle Isle. That's going to mark his first career IndyCar Series win. And he was pretty high in the standings. He may be the points leader after this race. As it says Moose Royberg. But on my roster here that I'm looking at, it says Imram is the driver in the 13. Can someone correct me if I'm wrong after this? Because I'm looking at the roster for this season, and it says that the 13 is Imran Mustakim, however you pronounce that. But in race here, it's saying Moose Royberg is the driver. So did I mix something up? Well, this has just been a big ass F, but just gonna say it's Royberg for now. Chad Myers with the win. Jesse O'Connor's gonna get third. Marcus Sachi fourth. Ben Washington. I think that Ben Washington. He's gonna get fifth. That's your top five. As win number one for Chad Myers. Kind of difficult for him to do a burnout here. He's gonna do it in the grass, but congratulations to him on the first win. He's probably gonna take the points lead after this race. So thank you guys for watching. As the next event we'll see is the Stanley Tools Truck Series race at Nashville, and then it's on to the Cup race. Thank you guys for watching. Goodbye, everybody.